Nobody told us it easy. That made life hard. Nobody told me walking with God would mean I'd never cry. And somewhere along the way, I think I confused God's protection with a promise that nothing would ever hurt me. But He never promised that. The rain wouldn't fall. Never promised I'd understand it all. Never said my heart would never break, or there wouldn't be nights when all I could do was stay away. But He promised when the tears came, I wouldn't cry alone. When grief walked through my door, I wouldn't grieve alone. When my strength gave out, I wouldn't have to stand alone. Because sometimes God's protection doesn't look like keeping you from the storm. Sometimes it looks like keeping you in the storm. Holding your mind, holding your heart, holding the pieces. You don't have enough strength to hold anymore. He never promised easy, but He promised He'd be there when I couldn't feel His presence. He was there when I couldn't see through my tears. Yes, He was there when I asked Him, God, where are you? He was closer than my pain would let me believe. He'd be there. Jesus said, not even a sparrow falls outside the Father's care, and the very hairs on your head are numbered. Think about that. If God notices a sparrow falling, what makes you think He doesn't notice you? Your tears. He sees them that ache you haven't told anybody about. He knows that prayer you could barely finish. He heard it. You have never been outside His sight, even when your tears made it difficult to see Him. He never promised easy, but He promised He'd be there through the breaking. He'll be there through the waiting. Through the waiting, He'll be there through the questions that still don't have answers. He'll be there. And when my heart can't understand what He's doing, His peace will stand guard over what I cannot understand. He never promised easy, but He promised He'd be there. And maybe I've been asking the wrong question. Maybe instead of Why me? I need enough faith to ask, God, what can you do with this? Because I've watched him take pain and grow compassion, take rejection and grow wisdom, take broken places and grow testimony, take what almost destroyed me and use it to help somebody else survive. That's when suffering becomes seed. Pain begins producing purpose. The place where I thought God had abandoned me becomes the very place where I discover he was carrying me. He never promised it would be easy, but he promised he'd be there. When everybody else walks away, he'll be there. When the night gets long, he'll be there. When your faith gets weak, he'll be there. When all you have left is enough strength to whisper his name, he'll be there. Ooh, I thought the promise meant I wouldn't have to hurt, but now I understand. The promise was never